Welcome to OnCourtAI, the UK's leading AI tennis coach. I'm Coach Chris, joined as always by former touring professional Alex and sports psychologist Dr. Sam. This week, you will have seen that OnCourtAI now serves Padel users too. We are very excited with this new addition to our family. You can switch to the Padel app on the main homepage or in your user profile. This will be another exciting episode of Court Report. Today, we're diving into the latest community snapshot from the platform. Over the past week, our players have been busy with a whopping 132 videos uploaded by 50 different players. That's a fantastic turnout. Plus, we've seen 58 new members join our community, which is always a great sign of growth and enthusiasm for the game. Now let's break down the stroke performance metrics, as they'll guide our discussion on what we've been seeing on the courts.
Absolutely, Chris. It's always interesting to see how our community stacks up when it comes to specific strokes. Looking at the data, we have 59 forehand videos uploaded, with an average score of 52 out of 100. That's a bit lower than we'd like to see, indicating that many players might be struggling with consistency or technique in their forehand. In comparison, serves are averaging a better score of 61, with 56 videos uploaded. The backhand and volley scores are also noteworthy, with backhands scoring 61.5 and volleys at 63.3, showing that players are performing quite well in those areas.
That's a great point, Alex. The stats reflect not just the physical skills, but also the mental side of the game. A lower score in forehands might suggest that players are feeling less confident or are struggling with their technique under pressure. This is a perfect time to remind our listeners that confidence plays a huge role in performance. If players are aware of their technique issues, it can affect their mental state, leading to a cycle of frustration. Understanding the stats helps in addressing these mental challenges.
Exactly, Sam. Now let's focus on some standout performances. Mahala really stole the show this week with an impressive score of 80 on their serve, boasting a toss height of 52 centimeters, which is excellent. Toss height is crucial because if the toss is too low, it robs players of time to get into position, while too high can lead to loss of control. Mahala's toss height is well within the optimal range, which definitely contributed to their high score. It's a fantastic example for everyone looking to improve their serve.
That's right. And speaking of impressive performances, Ziming showed incredible X-factor separation of 69 centimeters on their forehand. This is a huge factor in generating power. For those who might not be familiar, X-factor separation is the rotational gap between the shoulders and hips during the swing. A larger X-factor means a more significant coil in the trunk, which allows players to unleash powerful shots. This kind of technique is something we see frequently on tour, where players rely on that separation to maximize their shot potential.
Ziming's performance is a great reminder of how important it is to focus on biomechanics. The mental aspect of executing such a technique can be daunting, especially for beginners. Players must build the confidence to trust their body's movements, which often require practice and repetition. A good way to boost this confidence is through visualization techniques, where players imagine themselves executing those perfect shots, which can help bridge the gap between practice and competitive play.
Well said, Sam. Now let's shift to Henry, who demonstrated excellent weight transfer, driving 60 centimeters of hip-forward movement into their backhand. This movement is crucial for transferring power from the lower body through the upper body during a stroke. The more effective the weight transfer, the more momentum and energy you can generate, making the shot more powerful. This is something that players of all levels should aim to improve, as it can significantly impact their game.
Exactly, Chris. Weight transfer is something elite players master early on in their training. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about how you engage the ground and use your body's kinetic chain to generate force. I remember watching top players, and it's striking how their lower bodies drive their strokes, allowing them to hit with such precision and power. It's a vital aspect that sets the tour professionals apart from recreational players.
And that's where the mental game comes into play. When players like Henry focus on their weight transfer, they need to believe in their ability to execute it consistently. It's not just about the physical side, It's about building the habit of using their body effectively and having the mental fortitude to commit to their movement patterns. Practicing with intention can help solidify this skill into their game.
As we wrap up individual highlights, let's touch on some other players. Steve scored 79 on their serve with a toss height of 56 centimeters, which is excellent. However, they need to work on their trophy elbow position, which scored 77 and indicates room for improvement. The trophy position can dramatically affect how players generate power and spin on their serves, so it's great that there's clear data to guide their practice.
Yeah, and Bezrodny, who scored 77, had a knee bend of 177 degrees, which can be a bit problematic. A proper knee bend in the trophy position should fall within the 130 to 150 degree range for optimal explosiveness and power. Too much bend can lead to instability. It's interesting to note how the data highlights these subtleties, as they can have a significant impact on performance.
This really illustrates the importance of not just practicing, but practicing wisely. Understanding what to focus on, like knee bend and trophy position, can help players build confidence. By setting specific goals around these metrics, they can create a more focused and productive practice environment. This kind of deliberate practice is essential for improving not just physical technique, but also the mental aspect of performance.
Absolutely, Sam. Now that we've reviewed the highlights, let's move on to our drill of the day, which is perfect for addressing some of the common themes seen in the community's videos. Today's drill is called Forehand Drills for Beginners. This drill focuses on developing a consistent and powerful forehand by honing in on fundamental mechanics.
Nice choice, Chris. It's great to hear that this drill targets the early shoulder turn and X-factor separation, which we've seen players needing to improve. These are foundational elements that can lead to a more effective forehand. I often see that when players nail down these basics, it transforms their game.
And from a mental standpoint, mastering these fundamentals can lead to increased confidence. When players see tangible improvement in their forehand, it can boost their overall mindset and make them more eager to tackle their weaknesses. Building these habits takes time, but with consistent practice, it can really pay off.
Exactly. Here's how the drill unfolds. First, find a clear space on the court or a wall to practice against. You'll need a racket and some balls. Start by standing in the ready position and focus on your stance. Make sure your feet are shoulder-width apart. As you prepare to hit, practice turning your shoulders while keeping your hips stable. This will help develop that all-important X-factor separation.
That's a great start, Chris. Once players feel comfortable with that setup, they can progress into hitting the ball. Start by tossing the ball in front of you, trying to make contact as you extend your arm fully. It's key to ensure that your elbow extends properly and your follow-through finishes above shoulder height, which helps with topspin and adds power.
Exactly, Alex. And as players practice this drill, they should maintain a positive mindset. Remind them that it's normal to feel awkward while learning, but consistency breeds familiarity. Encourage them to visualize their success and approach each practice session with the goal of improvement, not perfection.
Great insights, everyone. To wrap up our drill, aim to practice this for about 20 minutes. Focus on your form and the mechanics rather than hitting hard. Start slow, and as you become more comfortable, you can gradually increase the pace. Remember, your goal is to develop a solid foundation for your forehand.
And to add, this drill can be likened to the practices of elite players on tour. They spend countless hours honing their strokes, focusing on the details that lead to a successful game. The more familiar they are with their mechanics, the better they perform under pressure. It's all about building that muscle memory.
And as players build their muscle memory, they also build confidence in their abilities. It's crucial to keep track of progress. Players can keep a journal or have regular check-ins with a coach, so they remain aware of what's improving and what areas still need work.
So, to sum it up, mastering the forehand takes commitment, but focusing on the fundamentals like shoulder turn and X-factor can lead to game-changing results. Keep it fun, stay patient, and remember that every practice is a step towards improvement. Let's hit the courts. Ready to improve your game? Upload your shot today at OnCourtAI.co.uk.